Hello, Roadrunner fans. This is JJ Perez with Inside Runner Sports, and welcome back to another episode of the 13 Questions podcast, where we sit down and talk with different people inside of UTSA football and ask them the same 13 questions. This week, I'm pleased to be joined by UTSA wide receiver Joshua Cephus, one of the more dynamic playmakers in UTSA's offense. Cephus has emerged as a really, really potent offensive weapon for the Roadrunners. We sit down and talk with him on this week's 13 Questions. Here we go. JJ Perez from Inside Runner Sports here with another edition of the 13 Questions podcast with wide receiver Joshua Cephus. Josh, thanks for joining us. This is kind of a new podcast I'm starting, trying to get to learn the guys a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the trick is, these 13 questions I ask, I'm asking everybody the same ones. So
Okay.
we're trying to learn a little bit more about the guys.
Yeah.
So question number 1, what's your policy on naps? Do you take them? If so, how long?
I definitely take naps.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if it's the right time for nap because I take a nap for about 3 hours.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, like I people call that sleep. You know, they don't say that's a nap.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
Yeah, I sleep for about 3 hours, and I definitely take naps.
Is that a football thing? Because like you guys go through so much burning calories and stuff, you got to get into rest, or you just do you have trouble sleeping at night? You got to get it in.
I think it has a good amount to do with football, but
Yeah.
I just like to sleep too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like it's just me.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm that way too. Not for 3 hours. Though. I could go for an hour. That's it.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Speaking of sleeping, how often do you have dreams about football, and what was your most recent football dream about?
My most recent dream about football. It's not too. I don't think it's too often that I really like dream about football. But I cannot remember. I want to say it was probably like scoring a game-winning touchdown, like my freshman year of college. I think that's probably the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't dream too much about
Not too
football?
much, not too much about football.
Okay. Yeah. Question number 3. Thinking about all the people inside of UTSA football, who have you known the longest, and how did you meet that person?
Who did I meet the first? The first day we reported Christian Clayton. He plays D tackle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the summer we had to report June. I want to say June 7th, my freshman year.
Yeah.
And his birthday is the 8th, we had to report on his birthday, I think, or the day before.
Yeah.
So when we came, he was my roommate, and then the next day was his birthday. So he got real.
Yeah,
he got real
close.
acquainted on his birthday for
That's
sure.
awesome. Definitely, the roommate's always the close guy.
Yeah.
Are you a big social media guy?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Question number 4: if you could pick one form of social media to use and drop all of the rest, which one would it be and why?
One form of social media. I think. I'm gonna say Snapchat.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna say Snapchat because like I feel like it's a little more personal than Instagram and Twitter. And like I don't think I really follow anybody that I don't know. So like
it's like your inner circle of friends.
Yeah, for sure. So I think just Snap. Just simply because it's more personal. I feel like.
I like that. I'm a big Instagram guy. I kind of got that same thing on Instagram too. So
sure.
that makes sense. That makes sense a lot. Are you a big rap guy? You like rap music?
Yeah.
Tell me who are the 3 greatest rappers of your generation?
Greatest rappers of my generation.
Yeah.
Okay. Of the generations. Drake.
Okay.
Lil Wayne. And Lil Baby.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna put Lil Baby.
Yeah, those are 3 good ones.
Yeah.
Question number 6. I struggle with this a lot, so hopefully you could help me. What is the best way to get out of a conversation with someone who does not stop talking to you?
So I kind of do this all the time. So like, So I feel like you gotta give him like the hint, like
Yeah.
the hint that you know, and then like as you giving him the hint, I feel like you give him a little more time to like wrap it up, and then like if they're not wrapping it up, you just like slowly like as they're talking, you know, how you
that makes sense. Slowly walk away.
Walk away as you talking. So as the distance gets longer, they can't just keep screaming. You know, they gotta eventually be like, "Oh, he's trying to leave." So let me.
I'm gonna try that move. I might try it tonight. So I'll let you know. Question number 7 is a wild card for me. Tell me what the emotions are like when you're on the field and you make a touchdown that changes, you know, the game and puts you guys ahead, and like what are the emotions like? Like what goes through your head? How do you celebrate? Just what's that feeling like?
Well, as far as a touchdown, I know for sure. Like the first thing I think about when I score a touchdown is God. That's why I always point to the sky. Yeah. So like, I just feel like
I never noticed that. That's awesome. You point that out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just feel like, well, my first touchdown, I did it, and it was just like a natural reaction. But like, I feel like the feeling that I had was so strong towards like the fact that I'm there. Yeah. Because I feel like it's so much stuff that has happened in my life to where I should not be here, be at the stage I'm at, or be at this point in my life. So when I score a touchdown, I just immediately think about God and how He's brought me through so much, and just how He's the number one in my life, really. So that's for a touchdown. But on the sideline, you know, like a big catch or something, like I feel like it's just the most like happy that you could be. Like that's my happy place. I feel like. Yeah,
no, that's awesome. That's a great answer. Question number 8: are you an NBA guy, Hooper guy?
A little bit.
Yeah, tell me who is your NBA GOAT, Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron?
So I got Michael.
Yeah.
Michael's my GOAT.
Really?
For sure.
The team's kind of split on this topic, right?
Yeah, for sure. I remember during fall camp, Coach Taylor like told everybody to write a name like on the notebook, and he put it in a pile or whatever. And I want to say it was about 50-50.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Why would you go with Jordan? You just old school?
I just feel like really out of the three, I feel like it's either Michael or Kobe.
Yeah.
But simply just because of the mindset that they had, I feel like them two are the ones like that really have a killer like instinct.
Yeah.
Like LeBron, I feel like I don't know if he doing everything he got to do. You know what I'm saying, to go win a game.
Yeah.
Like I understand. Like right now he's 40, but he's not. He's not like just going to win like Kobe and Michael were. I feel like.
Question number 9. I've been surprised by this answer, so hopefully you give us a good one here. A genie appears and offers you the opportunity to go back to the beginning of your career, college career. You get to start over, and you get to keep the information and knowledge you have now. Would you go back and start over, or would you stay where you're at right now?
Man,
it's hard, right? It's a hard question.
That's a hard question. Yeah. Ooh, I think I'm leaning towards the go back.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like if I was to go back with all the knowledge that I have right now, I would literally know every tool. Well, not every tool, but just about every tool that I need to achieve my goal. But I would have like more time to do it since I started over.
You'd be ahead of where you're at. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, no, that makes 100%. I'd probably go back too, I think. So, question number 10. I want you to think of movie stars, athletes, famous athletes. It could be current or past athletes. But Coach Traylor, your position coach, Coach Price, and strength and conditioning coach Ryan Philo have to miss a game. The athletic department's going to let you decide who replaces them, but it has to be a celebrity so they can market it. So who are you picking to replace your head coach, your wide receiver coach, and your strength and conditioning coach? Everyone's available.
So I have to choose 3 celebrities?
Yeah. Head coach, one for head coach, one for wide receiver coach, and one for strength.
All right.
Could be movie, could be athletes.
So for my receiver coach, I'm going with Odell Beckham.
Okay, yeah.
For my strength coach, I'm either going with The Rock.
Okay.
Or Terry Crews.
Yeah, those have been pretty common ones.
I'm thinking The Rock, but Terry Crews is hilarious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm not sure about that one. But then for my head coach, a celebrity. Lil Baby.
Little Baby. I like that.
Lil
Yeah.
Baby, yeah.
Yeah. We'll turn up the music there on the
For sure.
sideline. Question number 11. What was the last new habit or lifestyle change you made that you're particularly proud of?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No changes recently? Nothing?
No.
Last few years or anything?
What's the question again?
What habit or lifestyle change have you made that you're particularly proud of? You could go back a few years too if you want. Reading, sleeping.
Okay, if we're going back a few years, definitely reading.
Really?
Definitely. I didn't touch a book.
Yeah.
I literally would not touch a book. It was crazy. Up until maybe sophomore year of college, that's when I started reading again. But I still don't read a lot.
Yeah.
I just, open up a book every now and then.
Yeah, whatever you need for school, right?
Yeah, basically.
People don't realize how much college is reading. It's a ton of reading,
right?
Of reading. Yeah. Question number 12. When you think about UTSA football 5 years from now, what are you most optimistic about, and what worries you the most?
I'm the most optimistic about how little we are right now. I feel like, and not saying that we're little, because being here in this moment, I feel like we're huge in the city of San Antonio. But compared to 5 to 10 years from now, I feel like it's just gonna be a huge I don't feel like it's gonna be a place that you want to see the bird head.
Yeah.
In San Antonio right now, I feel like we still have people wearing other logos.
Right.
So, just the ACC alone, just making that transition, I feel like is gonna invite more people to be fans. I feel like it's gonna be huge. I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. What worries you the most, though?
What worries me? I don't know if I have any real worries. I don't know if it's because I don't have enough knowledge to speak about
the future.
But I don't think I'm worried about anything in the future for UTSA, because I feel like we're just growing. Yeah. So anything in the future, whether it's an inch of growth, a foot of growth, or whatever, I feel like we're still growing.
Question number 13 is a wild card from me. Another one. I want you to think about your journey here from high school and throughout your college career, and what's that been like? I mean, you mentioned it a little bit earlier. Maybe you shouldn't be in this position. How close was it that you weren't going to come here and have this career that you've had here?
So man, just the coaching transition alone, was
hard.
Huge and hard. Yeah. So just having to create that new trust with another coach after you had already settled in with one that kind of promised and kind of I guess tried to sustain his job, and telling us that he wasn't leaving, but just I feel like creating that new relationship was just the hard part, and then but it turned out well because of who he is, you know. Yeah. But
was it close? Did you almost decide to leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
I told my old coach, like, as soon as I found out, like, that my head coach, that Coach Woods was getting fired, I was like, Coach Ball, like, I'm coming with you. Like, wherever you go, wherever I'm transferring.
Yeah.
But he told me, he was like, nah, just wait and see what coach you get.
Yeah.
Just try to create a relationship with him. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever happens, you know, you can make the decision after or whatever. So
it's weird how it works out like that sometimes. You wouldn't have thought it worked out like that, and here we are, right?
Nowhere near it. If my receiver coach wouldn't have told me to stay, I don't think I would have stayed.
Wow.
Because I feel like, for one, Coach Ball at the time had impacted me. Like, it was huge. Yeah. So anything he said, I was doing.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's an awesome answer. Well, I appreciate the time, Josh. That'll wrap it up. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks to Josh for taking the time and recording that interview with me. We actually did that last week, so I appreciate him, taking the time. Sometimes it's not easy making these interviews work. It's kind of like an extra thing they have to do in the week, so we kind of make it work with their time schedule. So pretty interesting conversation from Josh. I was surprised about some of the answers, and he opened up a little bit after the how he talked about during the coaching change, if he didn't know, if he wanted to stay at UTSA. So that's a pretty good conversation. Just overall, Josh is a pretty interesting guy. So went into detail on a couple of different parts there, and one of the longer, I think, 13 questions that we've had this season. So again, I appreciate Josh for setting that up and taking the time. Thanks again to everybody who's listened to the podcast. Once again, you could find this podcast on any major podcast platform by searching The IRS Pod. Appreciate the feedback we've gotten, all the listens. It's also on the YouTube page, the Inside Runner Sports YouTube page. So if there's somewhere where this podcast isn't available, please reach out to me and let me know, and we'll get that thing set up. But, until next week, another edition of the 13 Questions podcast is in the books with Joshua Cephus this week. We'll be back next week with the guest to be determined. Thank you for listening.